Chapter 6 Rhoda and Jake, Jessie's POV. I was already in front of Blue Mountain University. And based on what I read and remember, it's a university here in the city of Sierra. It is owned by the family of the Alpha of Blue Mountain, which is Alpha Mateo. Sierra has two packs, the Blue Mountain pack, to which I belong, and the Red Rock pack, to which Rhoda belongs. Wait, why is Rhoda studying here when they have a university in their pack? It wasn't mentioned in the story I read. Oh well, I'll ask her when I get the chance. As far as I remember, their places and packs were named. After precious stones mined there, sapphire for Blue Mountain and garnet for Red Rock. Okay, got it. Now, my problem is how to find and get to know Rhoda and Jake. Wait, they have descriptions too. Ouch, what the heck? I suddenly exclaimed as someone bumped into me. Girl, what's up? Are you just going to stand there? You seem lost in thought, a girl said. Yeah, Rhoda, and you know? I called her earlier, but she couldn't answer, just kept saying a guy complained to the girl. I was still staring at them, and it clicked. This must be Rhoda and Jake. The girl has short black hair with red highlights at the front, check, and Rhoda is really pretty. The guy speaks softly and mentioned that he called me earlier, which I assume is Jake. Note, he's handsome. The description in the story is right. He may be feminine, but a lot of girls are interested in him. If only they lived in my world, they could be celebrities. Such beautiful beings, and of course, me too. I mean, Jessica, I could be a primetime queen. I paused my thoughts when Jake clapped in front of me. Oh, mosquito, Jake joked. Sorry guys, I'm not feeling well, I said. That explains why you're staring into space, girl. Did you take any medication? Rhoda asked. Yes, I already took some, I lied, but I'm hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. Oh, I have cookies and I have water. Here, eat this, and our class will start in 15 minutes. We need to walk to our building, Rhoda said. How convenient. Oh, by the way, when I was reading this, I called Rhoda Cookie Monster, I said in my thoughts. Many students greeted us. Almost everyone knew the name Jessica. The story is right. She's famous. What was it? Campus sweetheart. I still don't know how to avoid the tragedy next month. I need to stay away from them, if that's the case. I hope they understand, but I need to do it. According to my calculations, I have 5 weeks. For now, I need to be with them to learn about this world, who's who, and what, Jessica's true identity. I'll think later about what I need to do, and, oh, how if I pretend to stumble on the stairs? Kidding, that would be too much. Pretend to trip? Maybe. Oh, by the way, girl, you're so pretty today. I like your outfit, Rhoda said excitedly. OMG, this is the dialogue from the story. Okay, let's continue. Based on my memory, nothing bad will happen in this part, I thought to myself. You're really rocking it today. It's not obvious you're not feeling well, Jake added. Just like you guys, I said with a smile. We all laughed together. By the way, guys, I might go home early later. A council member invited me and we have something important to discuss, I said. What is it? Jake curiously asked. I don't know. Anyways, it seems important. I didn't mention what we would talk about later. We entered our classroom, hearing laughter in the hallway. This is the part where someone is getting bullied. I thought to myself, what could that be? Jake asked. I don't know. Maybe someone's joking around or having fun. Let's go and sit. We walked so much. And why is our department building at the end? Rhoda complained. I almost didn't look back, but I was curious. I saw a guy with his head down. I just shook my head and entered. My problem now is where to sit. I don't know. Oops. I let them go ahead, and observed where they would sit. Rhoda sat at the end near the window, and Jake sat down too. There was a vacant seat between them, so, 90% chance, I should sit there. Wow, I'm so smart. I approached and sat down. I took out my notebook and looked at what was written there, math. I'm not sure what subject this is. I sneakily peeked at Jake's paper and asked, Hey, what are you holding? Our assignment. Haven't you done it yet? Jake asked. Let me see. I read what was written, and realized it was some kind of math. So, this means it's a math class. I opened my notebook again until I saw the last page with no writing yet. There was paper clipped there. I unfolded it, and to my surprise, it's the assignment Jake mentioned. So, Jessica really did it. Good thing. Here's my assignment, I bragged to Jake. Nice. I thought you didn't do it. If not, you have 5 minutes to copy. Ha ha ha. Jake laughed. I know, right? I replied sassily. Several hours passed, and it was lunchtime. Come on, guys, let's eat. I'm really hungry. You know, it feels like I went through a long journey, I said to the two. Perfect timing. It's pizza day. Meat overload. Here we come, Rhoda happily exclaimed. I know for a fact that werewolves love meat. I've read a lot about them when I was still in my own world. Maybe that's why I'm so hungry. In my Jessie form, I could go without eating for a day. I was surprised when Rhoda brought 3 boxes of meat overload pizza. Apparently, each is supposed to finish one. How am I going to do that? We started eating, and to my surprise, Rhoda and I finished ours. Jake only managed to eat half, so Rhoda and I finished his too. Jake just laughed and laughed. I suddenly missed Chelsea. Lunch passed joyfully, and the afternoon class ended. I needed to put on a show, pretend to be injured, or unable to walk, so they would accompany me to my grandma's house. How am I going to do this? I looked around and saw a big rock protruding in our path. I deliberately stepped on it and acted as if I stumbled. Ouch, I groaned in pain. OMG, girl, are you okay? Jake asked. It hurts, guys. I don't think I can walk properly, I said, pretending to have tears in my eyes. Don't worry, we'll take you to your cousin, who's a nurse here at school, before we go home, Rhoda said. And wait for a while, it'll be okay and heal fast. We are special, she added. Oh, I see. So, I have a relative here at school, and of course, in the field of medicine. Even better, I'll just stay with them instead of going to grandma's. I thought to myself. I also forgot that injuries heal faster because we are werewolves. I'll just play along. After all, they know I came in not feeling well, plus the stumble. I can do this. My friends took me to the clinic, and there, I met my cousin Darlene. She told me that if I needed help, she would be the one to take me to our grandmother. I noticed that the opportunity seemed to be in my favor, and I wasn't having a hard time in this world. I hope it continues. Chapter 7. This is really happening. We arrived at Grandma's house, and my cousin Darlene said her goodbyes to me and Grandma metering. Oh, right, this is the part where Jessica suddenly remembers her grandma's story about a healer from ancient times. There was a healer who didn't need any apparatus or medication. They would only touch someone with an ailment or wound, and it would heal on its own in an instant. Werewolves like them had the ability to heal themselves faster than ordinary humans, but the level of a healer is different. Instant healing as long as the creature's heart is still beating, whether it's a human, werewolf, or animal. According to werewolf history, only once in 100 years. Someone is born with that ability, belonging to the lineage of werewolf healers. It means Jessica is part of that lineage. Their pack didn't think they would have a healer in the coming years. The blessing of having a healer comes with a risk. With no healer for a long time, they couldn't picture what one looked like. All her grandma knew was that the healer's body had tattoos and a fragrance of a rose. There's a book about it hidden in a trunk, but she doesn't pay attention to it. Right, that's the part, and I need to find that book because I know that there's a limit to what I know about this story. Grandma also invited me inside. Now, she's going to ask me to prepare a snack, and on cue, metering started speaking. Dear, my granddaughter, please come here. I have something to ask you before our guests arrive. Grandma metering said. Yes, Grandma, what do you need? And did you say we have guests? I asked, even though I already knew. Yes, dear. Alpha Mateo and his son Matthew will be coming, so prepare some snacks and drinks. They'll be here shortly, she added. All right, Grandma. I'll make some sandwiches and juices, I replied. I went straight to the kitchen and prepared. It wasn't hard to find things in the kitchen because it was organized. I'm kind of excited to see Alpha, Mateo, and Matthew. I'm sure they're handsome. So far, I haven't seen anyone ugly here. Even the people I asked on the way, other students and teachers, they all have good looks. If the real Jessie were here, I would definitely come out looking ugly. I insult myself. Perfect timing. After 15 minutes, the expected guests arrived. And, oh my god, I held onto the waistband of my panties to make sure they wouldn't fall off. Just kidding. I also closed my mouth in case my saliva dripped. Am I in heaven? Perhaps on Mount Olympus? Seriously, if there are handsome men, there are even more handsome men. Totally irresistible. Bear, Chelsea will surely envy me. Alpha Mateo has slightly wavy hair past his ears, brown eyes, thick eyebrows, a straight nose, and a strong jaw. Take me, puppy. My mind is being a bit naughty. I think he's around 45 years old, but he looks like he's in his mid-30s. Many are surely smitten by him. His wife is really lucky. And Matthew, he looks just like his father, like a mini-me version of puppy Mateo, or should I say Alpha. His hair is also wavy, but clean cut. It's okay if I end up with him in the end. At least I saw such a delicious creature. Just kidding. If I were to ask my flirtatious mind, I think I prefer the father. Hehe. Oh, what am I thinking? Their bodies, oh, like my favorite dish, adobo. As time goes by, it gets better. As time goes by, are delightful to behold, so well built, well endowed, right? I just laughed at my own thoughts. Good afternoon to you, Apometering, greeted Alpha Mateo. Good afternoon, Matthew followed. Hi Jessica, he glanced at me. Good afternoon to you too, Alpha, Mateo and Matthew. I smiled and nodded. We've prepared snacks and drinks for you. Here they are. I placed them in front of them. I was waiting for the intense dialogue. My son and will-be daughter, Matthew and Jessica, I won't beat around the bush anymore. With authority, Alpha said, the two of you will be married. Oh shit, no way, this is really happening. I better run for my life, I said in my mind.